Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. This defense for the Saints, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and given the first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Bring up 48. Hey, no, easy. What's up?
Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Good routes here.
From the red zone now, Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Now Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Hey, Yellow.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. Touchdown, Packers. Jonnu Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Start the drive. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Byron Young, the one there defensively.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's Mahomes to throw. This pass out wide. And now 1 yard to go on third down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll run with Hall. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him. Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Breece Hall, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
And there's an offense that didn't panic after getting down early, and with good reason. No better way to silence a home crowd than with a nice, long, sustained drive. And they were able to put one together here and finish with the touchdown run.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7.
Jack Fox set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction. Part pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action now. Cousins. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Hey, you look at this Saints defense.
And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
A loss of 9 brings up 4th down.
These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. Let's take it inside his own 40.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return.
And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Yellow.
2nd down and 3.
Yellow.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 2nd down, Cook. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Short throw to Smith. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins.
That's going deep for Bateman.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
The Packers at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Cousins to throw it.
Now he's loose at the 40.
And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 50 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Gun. Hey, receiver. Bird. Wait that.
Throwing, Cousins. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Rashad Bateman
from 13 yards out. And the Packers have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Mahomes now on first down. Flushed out right. 35. Give him 30 yards there.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mahomes now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That third down conversion good for 23.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Second and 10.
Hey, Ridley, Ridley. Hey, Finchie.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Breece Hall with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14.
Jack Fox set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. We haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Bring up 48.
From the gun, here's Cousins.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at second down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now a 2nd and 10.
That's out quickly to Bateman. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Hey, no, easy. Good routes here. Hey, yo. 300. Hey, flipper. Wait there.
Cousins. He's got his target. That's complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Again, it's Cousins. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll give to Hall. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Saints. Breece Hall from 6 yards away. And the Saints have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Saints 21, Packers 17. Jack Fox set to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Cousins now on 2nd down. He finds Bateman over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw, Cousins. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Yellow, yellow. Two. Zebra. Black. Cousins. And complete right side to Cook.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. Give them 11 yards and time and a new set of downs.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll throw again. Cousins. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Cousins gets this one out wide quickly. Touchdown! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Packers have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Saints 21.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Hall. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Cousins now. He'll get this to Lazard. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
Listen to me. Hey, receiver.
Here's Cousins. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Saints are right back in this football game.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A golden opportunity for them now following. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In the case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. To throw, it's Mahomes. This one to the former Robbie Anderson, now Robbie Chosen. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That is caught, and they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 22. And in a two-score game, obviously every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing now is Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Gano the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with it. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Following the interception, Cousins. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up second.
Throwing on second and long. Cousins.
33-yard line.
Under pressure, they got him again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And he'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now here's Mahomes. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And the Saints first down.
Hey, 57, 57. Yellow.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. Room here to run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch as that played good for 30 and a first. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Mahomes. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Elijah Moore, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like that. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Now a 3rd and 6.
Leave it, bring up 48. Hey, no, easy. Good route here. We're going.
Cousins to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Mahomes throw taken in by Palmer.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. One final try for Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and